trees. You can leave your worries. Listen to the way you say you want.
Hi guys, so today I am going to be doing I'm going to be doing 7 things I wish I knew before I started the keto diet, the keto journey, the keto lifestyle, baby. So the first thing I want to say that I wish I knew is that the first week is going to majorly be a water weight loss. Now, if you have started keto and you're like, oh my god, I lost 10 pounds in the first week, it is probably not possible that you lost 10 pounds of fat in the first week. So when you do keto, you are actually flushing out carbohydrates, and those actually tend to hold on to water. So you are going to be flushing out water. You will notice that you're actually probably going to be peeing a lot. That is why you need to have sodium in your diet so that you can hold on to a little bit more of that water. So there is going to be a large amount of water weight lost, and that just depends on your body. It depends on if you have water weight to lose. Some people, you know, they retain a little bit more water than other people. And I see a lot of people say, oh, you know, I only lost 4 pounds my first week. Am I doing something wrong? And no, you're not doing anything wrong. You lost 4 pounds in a week. The thing you need to realize is that most people are doing this because they have trouble losing weight. So to lose 4 pounds in a week is amazing. To lose anything in a week, it means you're going in the right direction. And a lot of people don't really realize this. Or they will say, oh, I lost 10 pounds the first week. Now I only lost 1 or 2 the second week. It's like, yeah, you're not going to lose 10 pounds a week. If you think about it, that would be 40 pounds a month. And that would be outrageous, and no one gains 40 pounds in a month. So you just have to think of it like that, and it is going to take time. Accelerated weight loss is 2 pounds a week. So if you're doing 2 pounds a week, you're doing really good. If you're doing 1 pound a week, you're still doing really good. Like, it doesn't matter, and you are going to have those periods of time where you stall out. Maybe you're having too much dairy, maybe you're having some hidden carbs that you don't know about, but you have to be a little more patient than just doing it for 1 week and saying, oh, I'm disappointed in my results, I'm going to quit, because that means you're really not ready to start it in the first place. That kind of goes along with the first thing, is that if you have more weight to lose, you are going to lose weight faster. You have to think of it in percentages. You know, if someone loses 10% of their body weight, they're going to be losing a much larger portion of weight if they weigh 300 pounds than if they weigh 150 pounds. So if you think about it, if you weigh 150 pounds, you're not going to lose 20 pounds like that. Like, it's going to take time because you don't really have that much weight to lose. If you have 300 pounds, you have a lot more ability to lose weight a little bit faster. But it's going to be the same for that person when they get down to that same range. When you get closer to your goal, it's a little bit harder to lose the weight because you're actually not that far from a healthy weight or your goal weight. So you just have to take in consideration, you shouldn't be comparing yourself to someone who weighs 300 pounds if you're 150 pounds. That's just an example. You shouldn't be comparing yourself in general. But it's just some people get discouraged when they're like, oh my god, I didn't lose 30 pounds in a month. It's like, well, you didn't have 30 pounds, you know, to lose that quickly. And there's no way, if you can't gain it in a month, you're going to lose it in a month. Huge thing you need to do is measure your body. I can't stress this enough. It's so irritating to me when people rely on the scale. Your fat cells will fill up with water, so even though the scale might not change, your fat density will change. So you will be smaller, your clothes will be looser, but the scale might be the same. And eventually those fat cells, once they realize they're not getting any more fat, they will let go. But you need to be patient during that time, and it does take time. So I'm just putting that out there. I wish I knew that, because I understand it is a struggle when you don't see the scale move how you would like it. But don't focus on the scale. You know what I mean? It's a process, and it's going to take time, but you will see results if you hold out. Something that I found really helped me was when I was just doing lazy keto and not really tracking what I was eating and just kind of eating when I was hungry, and when I was just keeping my carbs below 20 and just sort of eating keto but not really tracking my calories. I thought, because Jason Whitrock was like one of my #1 like keto gurus. He's like who I learned about keto from, and he says that calories in, calories out is like complete bullshit. But just personally for me, when I kept my calories around the 1300 mark, I found that I think I lost like 7 more pounds the next week just from restricting my calories a little bit. And I wasn't hungry. Like if I would have eaten more, but I wasn't. I was just being more focused on what I was eating and like knowing what I was putting into my body and not just like mindlessly snacking because something was keto. So I really think that I personally do need to make sure I'm not overeating on calories. Now, if you're going to the gym twice a day, that might be different for you. You might have more wiggle room, but I do disagree with that. But I mean, it's fine. Like different keto people have different things that work for them. And I found that for me, 1300 calories, 1400 calories is like my happy place. And that's where I lose weight the easiest. But if you go over on calories, like don't stress about it. Just get back to it the next day and try your best. That's all you can do. And I use Senza, the Senza app, to track that. And I go on ruled, RULED.me to find my caloric goal, I guess. So another thing I want to talk to you guys about is that if you fail at keto, or you fail and you have a cheat meal, I was kind of like harsh about this in one of my earlier videos, like if you want it bad enough, you'll do it. And that's true. Like if you're a week in and you're like, oh, screw this, I'm gonna fuck up, I'm just gonna eat like everything, like I can't do it more than a week, then like maybe you're not ready. But if you've been on it for like a month and you're like at a pizza party or you're at a family party or whatever, and you do tend to indulge, you can get back in. You can just go back in the next day. I wouldn't make it a cheat day just because you screwed up. I mean, I've definitely done that, but it does set you back further. If you have a cheat meal, it might not even kick you out of ketosis, but most of the time it will. So you just want to go back to eating how you were before. My little buddy, he's got his little vibrating collar on. It's not a shock collar. My little buddy. But yeah, you just want to go back to eating keto straight away. You don't want to just keep on cheating on your diet, because then you will just regret it, honestly, and it makes it harder to stick with it. If you fall off and you just keep eating like shit for a week, you're going to feel bad about yourself and it's going to hinder your goals. So I would just say it happens and you can jump back on. I mean, life happens. You're never going to be perfect, and you shouldn't expect to do keto and be perfect, and because I think that sets you up for failure, because people are going to make mistakes. And this has been like a huge learning process for me, and I realize that I'm going to mess up once in a while, but as long as I go back to being healthy and making sure that the majority of the time I am eating this way, I don't cheat once a week. Like I cheat maybe like once a month. And when you're beginning, the longer you can go without cheating, the better, because it's just going to make you fall back into old habits. But if it happens, it happens. Don't stress about it. Don't say, oh, what do I do? Help. Like, just go back to eating keto. That's all you have to do. So hopefully that helps if you're like freaking out because you had pizza or something. Like life's gonna get in the way, and you're not gonna be perfect. So. And then the last one that I'm going to tell you guys about is that electrolytes and water are so important. And like I knew this, but I didn't realize how important they are. You do want to make sure you're getting a lot of potassium and magnesium. I take potassium citrate because it helps with kidney stones. That's something you can get if you're having a lot of calcium or whatever. Dr. Berg did a video on it. I also take magnesium. I take a multivitamin that has magnesium in it, as well as other vitamins. I do take, what else do I do? Oh, and then I add pink Himalayan salt to like all my food, because you do need to have sodium to help with water retention because you will be flushing a lot of fluids on keto and flushing electrolytes. So you need to have sodium to kind of hold some of that water so you don't get dehydrated. And then also just drink more water than you normally would. That's one of the things I've seen people maybe end up in the hospital because they didn't drink enough water and they're just dehydrating their body. And it is very important to drink a lot of water. It will also help your weight loss. It will make you full. But also it just helps with weight loss in general. I've also been including some apple cider vinegar like packets into my diet, and I really like those as well. Those aren't something you have to do, but I just really like them. They taste like apple pie, and I will put them down below if you guys want to check them out. They do have a sample pack on their website for like, I think it's $5. You just pay for the shipping and you can try them. But I really like them because I hate the taste of apple cider vinegar. But that also helps with the kidney stones and just how your body functions in general. So I do like to have apple cider vinegar. You don't have to get the packets. You could just do the regular kind, but it kind of tastes yucky. But yeah, so those were probably like, I think it's the 7 things that I wish I knew before I started keto. Most importantly, I would say would be the scale. Just throw that thing away. I mean, if you want to have it for peace of mind, just don't dwell on it, and definitely measure yourself and see if you're losing inches. And also know that you're not going to lose 10 pounds a week. I mean, come on guys, you know that's not how it works. But yeah, those are just the things that I wish I knew. I hope that was helpful to some of you. And I will be posting keto videos on Mondays, and I will be posting other videos like true crime videos or like funny videos that I think of on Fridays as well. So if you want to see those, just keep a lookout, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.